y'all? For the Twitch here, man. Back in the flesh. I'm playing Madden 19 right now, man. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, man. Make sure to comment. Make sure to like, do all that shit, man. I appreciate it. I subscribe back to everybody who subscribes to me, so I appreciate the love, man. And we about to get into it, man. I got Undisputed in the background, so this is Super Bowl Sunday, so go see who wins. Make sure to get in the comments, make sure to let me know who you think gonna win the Super Bowl this year, man. Is it gonna be the Patriots or is it gonna be the Rams? I'm thinking the Patriots to win. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be 33-37. Or 34-37, sorry. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be a big game. Field goal game. I think it's coming down to a close game. I think Brady's going to win it. They make sure to get the Rams in there instead of the Saints. So I think he's going to take advantage of that. I think the offensive lineman going to help hold up with a Dominican suit and Aaron Donald. I do believe Brady will throw an interception. I do believe that too. But I do believe that Brady and the Warriors come on top. You should let me know who you think will win.
So, to me, I have never seen Tom Brady any better than he was against the Chargers and the Chiefs. I think he's playing at the highest combined mental, physical level we've ever seen play quarterback. And I think that's the guy you're going to see. I think the guy you're going to see is the guy who walked into the facility a couple of weeks back according to NFL Network and said to nobody in particular, I'm the baddest man on the planet. Except he said the baddest MF on the planet, right? And that's the guy who's Michael Jordan in sheep's clothing. That's the guy who's a cold-blooded assassin disguised as the corny dad down the street. That's the guy you're going to see. Psycho Tom's going to emerge once again on Sunday against his greatest challenge, and I believe that he will ultimately just outscore Sean McVay. That's what it comes down to me. And then ultimately, I'm going to take Tom Brady over Jared Goff. I think Jared Goff, somewhere in the fourth quarter, will make one big mistake because he's Jared Goff. He's a nice kid. He's a good player. I don't think he's anywhere near the level of Super Bowl competitor that Tom Brady is. So, you know what? I'm back to my bottom line. I tell you, week after week, there's one man in sports I do not bet against. And it's Thomas Edward Patrick Brady. I am not betting against him. I am taking the Patriots 37-35. I've got higher score than you do. You said 33-30. I'm going 37 to 35.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kymie Fairbairn, to get this one started. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And now running right through it. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins 73 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, Charles, it feels like Lamar Miller's been around the NFL forever, but he's still just going to turn 28 in April. Well, this past year, though, 973 rushing yards, good for 12th in the league.
And you know that he's capable of being a 1,000-yard runner year in and year out, save for some injuries, and maybe utilizing the pass game a little bit more in Houston. 4.6 yards per carry is a healthy number, and that was his highest since 2014 when he was with the Miami Dolphins.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Offensively, they like their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
Once again, I think Bill Belichick's going to be very lucky to have a Tom Brady.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they're going to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. To the air yet again. Watson eluding the pressure right. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins from 6 yards away. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7.
And if he is the MVP of this game, it would be the most unlikely off-the-couch MVP in Super Bowl history. Am I right? Because this is what, 6 teams still on the couch, having been cut by, what, 3 teams this year? Yeah, 3 teams. Carolina and Raiders. Wow, I'd say that'd be incredible.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Was fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. For the Chiefs, Charles, looking back to last year in summation, 12-4, first time as the #1 seed in the AFC since the mid-90s, 1995. And, yeah, there was a lot of disappointment, understandably so, after that loss to New England, but it's like we were talking about with Patrick Mahomes, a lot to be proud of.
It certainly is, and just think about your chief weapons coming back. Saw what I did there, didn't you?
Yeah, chief weapons.
Tyreek Hill will be back. Travis Kelce will be back. Of course, Mahomes is the quarterback.
And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. Mahomes now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. After the interception, here's Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Hopkins this year over 1,000 yards again. 4th time that he's done that in 6 NFL seasons. He had 1,572 to be exact.
And that was second only to Atlanta's Julio Jones. And you have to think the return of Deshaun Watson at the quarterback position, taking all the starts this year, that had to help because we've seen DeAndre Hopkins have big seasons with multiple quarterbacks. But have that one consistent guy only elevates his play.
Here's Watson on the sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
To throw is Watson. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. CD, before this next drive gets going, the Pro Bowl took place January 27th in Orlando. 3rd year in a row that the AFC has won, and really the 3rd year in a row where the weather in Orlando has not been too kind. It was ice cold 2017, and then downpours the last couple of years.
Yeah, in addition to it being cool as well, again this year, so rain and cold. That hurts the crowd a little bit, but still, this game has evolved into what I would call a crazier type NFL game. quick whistles to make sure guys don't get hurt when there's tackling going on. How about receivers playing defensive back? Defensive backs like Jalen Ramsey catching touchdown passes. And to cap it all off, when they awarded the MVP trophy to, I believe, Patrick Mahomes, it broke.
Yeah, indeed, it was Mahomes, the MVP of the offense. Jamal Adams, MVP of the defense in the 26-7 AFC victory. They come out here in the eye. They'll run it with Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not that time for Watkins. Well, partner, after the conference championship games, there was a lot of talk about the overtime rules, understandably so. Do you think that anything needs to be changed in the NFL overtime situation?
I don't think so. And you got to remember, I'm an old crone, all right? So here's the deal on it. The NFL jumped into popularity with an overtime game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it?
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are in for 6.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. The point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7.
So I'm going to boil this down for you guys, as I always do. And you just mentioned Jared Goff made some big-time throws at New Orleans.
Butker now to kick this one away.
And yet, this game for me boils down to the Rams have Jared
It's fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, as they get ready for this next drive, we shift our attention to a little Super Bowl conversation. The 3rd time that the Super Bowl, Charles, going to be played in Atlanta, and the Patriots had 35,000 folks come out in Foxborough before departing for a little rally.
How about that? You would think that would be a fan base who might be a little bit blasé about the whole thing because they seem to go just about every year. But they continue to use their rallying cry. They hate us because they ain't us. And as for the game itself, February the 3rd, I can't wait. I'll be there to call the game internationally one more time. Just remember, this game is 17 years to the day. Since Super Bowl 36, get this whole Patriots thing kick-started. Literally, Adam Vinatieri with a game-winning field goal. Patriots beat the Rams 20-7.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. But the Houston Texans, as they come onto the field, obviously their offseason hit a little earlier than they wanted in January, making it to the playoffs, losing to Indianapolis. It was the first time that 2 AFC South teams had actually met in the playoffs when they squared off with the Colts.
And think about how the two of them began the year. Houston began 0-3. The Colts began 1-5. Yet they both finished so hot. The Colts down the stretch, 9-1 in their last 10. Houston 8-2, and ended up meeting in the playoffs. And both of them ended up winning on the other team's home field. The Colts did it twice. Houston did it once.
Well, as you said several times, hard for Houston to be completely disappointed with the ending. They have a lot to build on for next year. 23 yards on the play. On first down, it's Watson. And his throw is incomplete. While we have a second, Charles, the Patriots, of course, back in the Super Bowl, getting the 37-31 victory over KC in the AFC title game. Great game, but you know, the Patriots...
Nobody believes them.
Yeah, right. They're playing that underdog card, but I thought it was funny because after the game, they asked Tom Brady, were you guys just trying to use that for your own motivation? He said no comment because they were. They know they're not the underdog.
They know it, but when you've been that great for this long,
you need something.
You got to find something different. And Tom Brady, I've got to give him credit. Somehow he made his team buy that and believe in it when no one else in the country did. And I think it really started with their first playoff game this year when the Chargers came to town. I know I picked the Chargers against them. A lot of people picked the Chargers. They took that as, well, no one believes in us. Everyone thinks we're not as good. They were just wrong about that part, as we were wrong about the Chargers beating them.
7 yards there on the first down screen play. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
That's who he comes across as after the game.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this a 39-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Watson over the middle. That's caught by QT. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. A first down carry now for Miller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, Watson underneath from Miller. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw on second is Watson. Flushed out right. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now Watson. They dropped it up, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They begin the drive with Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
I don't believe the Patriots' running game is as dominant as those two running games. But what those two teams didn't have is Tom Brady. I'm going to put the ball, and I feel it's like it's sacrilegious to say this. I want the ball in Tom Brady's hand, and I want to throw the ball to the because if they run the ball, if they get a balance.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zach Cunningham coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Two better pass rushes than the Rams have as far as just getting to the quarterback. The Rams have a better D-line, and it should be able to take away the run. It should put the game in Tom Brady's hands.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. A big spot down for the Texans as they'll try for 2. Watson now to throw. That is incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on him, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This is the worst supporting cast he's taken. But if the Rams are able to prevent the Patriots from running the ball, that type of possession will not be, it won't be in the favor of the Patriots.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Mahomes will try again on second down. Buying time to his left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
150, 200 yards. That means Tom Brady is going to have a clean game. He'll end up going something like 23 of 30 for 285 yards and 3 touchdowns. They'll get blown. If they give the Patriots what the Chargers and Kansas City gave them, it'll be an ugly game. It's over. But the Rams can't.
And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
That's not going to be there for the Rams. They're not going to play 2 men. They're going to man you up. They're going to have a robber in the middle of the field. So they're going to force you to do different things. They're going to press the receiver. So now Tom Brady has to hold the ball for the second moment. They get that pass rush up the middle. It's really, if they got weird down without the receivers, you don't have to say Tom Brady.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sherman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Evades him at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to go up top. And he is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Again, it's Watson. Rolling to his right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
This will be Tom Brady's greatest Super Bowl challenge, and when he wins, which he will, it will be his greatest achievement. Because Wakefield has been his kryptonite. They got the best D-line. They got 2 of the best cover quarters. Brady's got 2 of the best interceptors.
Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
That defensive line, they got to show up. They got to show up. That pressure.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And able to find Conley. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a pitch out to Williams. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, 25 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. On 1st and 10, Watson. Flush to his right. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. Off of play action, it's Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time. Faking the give. Now Watson. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Watson looks to throw again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Anthony Hitchens in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the kick here will be good, but that doesn't do anything besides maybe make the final score a tiny bit more palatable, as that's how this one comes to an end. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one.
I just being funny. That game was lost out there. He's going to last one. Be sure to put in the comment section who you think is going to win the Super Bowl, man. Is it going to be the Rams or is it going to be the Patriots? I think the Patriots are going to win once again. My final score is going to be 37-34 Patriots. Be sure to put in the comments what you think the score is going to be and who's going to win.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The first carry now, this is Alvin Kamara. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd down, here's Brees. Over the middle to Smith. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. After the interception, here's Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 24. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On second down, here's Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Here's Watson, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for it. And this will be a touchdown. Deshaun Watson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Well, as the dust settles for the New Orleans Saints on this season, yes, a lot of disappointment for the second year in a row. But, you know, 13-3, #1 seed for the first time since 2009. Now, they did suffer the first home playoff loss under Breeze and Peyton after 6 wins, but a lot to be proud of this year for New Orleans.
No doubt about it. I mean, that team jumped out right from the word go. Well, let me rephrase that. After a season-opening disappointing loss to Tampa Bay, they ran off a heck of a streak and established themselves as the team to beat in the NFC. The only concerns going forward, will they get everyone back healthy? Remember, Sheldon Rankins, their exciting defensive tackle, got hurt in the playoffs. But the other part is, can they shake off the last 2 years of losses, get that out of their psyche? That crazy Minneapolis loss to the Vikings, and then the controversial non-call in the playoffs against the Rams this year. If they can put that behind them, they'll be a force again in 2019.
Breeze to throw on second down. Smith catches left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Shotgun now for Breeze. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's caught by Smith. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Again, it's Breeze. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer route. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, while we have a second here, how about we get bold and make a couple Super Bowl predictions?
Hey, why not? Let's go ahead and put ourselves on the spot.
Just more fodder for the angry people. What do you think? Who's going to win it? Who's going to be the MVP?
Well, my prediction for this one is the New England Patriots win the football game.
And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Caught here by Griffin. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Watson, off play action. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Watson on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. On 1st down, Watson Completion left side to Miller. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Out of the gun, Watson. Finding room to the 20, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
From the red zone now, Watson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Watson hands this to Foreman. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there from 17 yards out. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. You know, early on this year, we thought that Michael Thomas might threaten Marvin Harrison's record of 143 catches in a season. Didn't quite get there, but he did lead the NFL CD, 125 of them.
And he's smart enough to make sure he's attached at the hip with his quarterback, Drew Brees, and they connected on a staggering 85% of his targets, the highest percentage of any quarterback-receiver combo in NFL history. It definitely justifies his social media handle, can't guard Mike.
A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Breeze. Over the middle, it's Thomas. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready. Waiting.
On first down, Breeze. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now Breeze throwing on second down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
That too was picked
by
off.
Kareem Jackson. And his guys
That
have
too
got
was
it back
picked
in the
off.
closing stages of the first half.
That's the second of the play.
Likely time for one
Another
final
dive
snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Go to have to him, fellas.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
He got 2 picks for him. Shout out to Kareem Jackson, boy. Got 2 picks. Both of them diving picks. On Drew Brees.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now Watson going to sneak it, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st.
There's no doubt that 2nd and 1 is a time when teams like to take a big shot downfield and try and pick up a big play. In this case, they're content running just the quarterback sneak and getting exactly what they wanted, a 1st down.
After the run, Watson going to throw. And this is incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. On the counter, it's Miller. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Look, the 1st down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a 1st down.
Here's Watson on the sneak, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's a give to Miller. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, the upcoming Super Bowl, so many storylines, but one that obviously grabs you. Sean McVay just turned 33 January 24th. Youngest coach ever to take a team to the Super Bowl. Double that age for Bill Belichick, who's 66. And, Charles, that's the largest gap between coaches in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, and when you think about it, obviously the age comes into play. But to me, it's more the experience. The number of times that the Patriots have gone to the Super Bowl with Belichick leading them versus Sean McVay's first time in the Super Bowl leading the Rams. Will that game experience come into play at all? But I do like this about Sean McVay. Raised in the game, raised up through the NFL system, no matter how young he might be. Remember, his grandfather was a head coach and a GM in the league. He gets it. He understands. I highly expect the moment to be just fine for him and not too big.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
He get a little rattled, and then he don't know how to play. It should be open.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff to Miller. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the 50, it's Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
You got the Saints, you're playing the Texans, bro, going all over your ass. And I'm running all over your ass. You don't know how to play.
Now it's Miller. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
I mean, I do give him a look pretty. He held me to 14 so far. I should be 21 or at least 17. But
Down! Back 22! Back 22!
Again, it's Miller. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Texans on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Back 22! Back 22!
Watson down to throw. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. And what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Yeah, bro. You got the goddamn Saints.
And with the play clock running low, Bill O'Brien's going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
About to be 17-0. Getting skunked, bro. You got the Saints and Drew Brees.
Tiny Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, set this one off target.
Ain't no plan.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Easy.
Brees now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
J.J. Watt. 2nd and 20.
That's
all you can do to know how to play Madden, bro.
Well, so much for setting the
He had
tone
a dude
of the
open.
drive
I was watching him wide open. I was like, damn, I'm looking on 3rd down when he got sacked.
Not a great start.
Now Brees.
You lucky that wasn't number 4 play, boy.
Another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads.
I don't know
if the
either.
defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. He's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Stay off the mat, bro.
Throwing now is Brees. And this is interception.
That's number 4.
That should do it.
That's number 4, boy. You suck, dog.
His guys will take over.
He was double covered, and you fucking threw to that
Interception
dude.
woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks at this
He was
point.
double
You gotta be
fucking
thinking
covered,
something
bro.
between the ears.
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing now, Watson, and he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan.
Come on, where's the timeout at? Call timeout again.
1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long.
I'm just running the clock down on your ass. You ain't gonna win. Ain't no way for you to win. Unless you get a pick six, but I ain't throwing the ball.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? This is Miller. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And the Saints signal for another timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
Ain't no way you gonna win, bro. I bet you throw another interception. I bet you throw 5. I bet you throw 5.
The Texans send the punter out. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
First time I punted all game.
And take it right on the 30.
No.
It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
I bet you throw 5.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
I might be nice to let him score. I probably won't.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
It's like, goddamn, bro. Like maybe you need to play with the Patriots or somebody. Jesus Christ. We're one of the best teams in the game right here. One of the best teams in the game right here, bro. We can't do shit with them.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. His throw incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Breeze on the bootleg. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind
play
you.
obvious,
Make
bro.
everything
Why
get
you playing
completed in
this
front.
play again?
Breeze
Play
now.
obvious.
And escapes the sack. Flushed out right. And that's caught by Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
This dude can't fuck with me on the sticks. I might be nice, though. I might let him score.
Breeze now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Carr. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything
That
for
was
the
the best
final
plays
score.
had
They're not
all
going to win
game.
this one. Right now, they're
Best
playing for
plays had
pride
all
and
fucking
fantasy
game.
points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Last time using the red zone, I picked that shit off, too.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. One of the most accurate players of all time, if not the most accurate of all time.
Sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Oh, man, I was even trying. I was trying to let you score. I was trying to let you score, and you couldn't score. That's a damn shame.
One final try here for Breeze.
Oh, I almost picked that hole off.
They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
Saints shut down.
So Charles are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is
I
the
beat
end
him
of the
in every
game
fucking
on the
thing.
field. That defense
I know
leader on the
takeaways for
field.
damn
What an
shit.
exclamation
You
mark.
put me out one time. I got him 4
Felt
times.
like
Almost
they
5.
could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against
Shut
them.
them out.
That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium
You got me on
feeling like
passing
they're all
yards
10 feet tall.
and yards per play.
So that'll do
Barely
it
on
from my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaughan. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all watching, man. Everybody that's watching, make sure to subscribe to my channel, man. Make sure to put some comments down in my comment section. I appreciate y'all, man. About to go run, man. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all.